Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I am Big L, and welcome to Talking Sports with Big L, where I cover a array of topics in the world of sports. And of course, I always cover my Dallas Cowboys. But today I come to you with a heavy heart as Hubert Davis is out at North Carolina men's basketball. As you can see, I'm a diehard Tar Heel fan. But my question is, where do we go from here? Hubert started off great, had that great run his first year as coach of the Tar Heels, sent Coach K packing into retirement, and then it went downhill from there. Because we moved on to the championship game that year, had a 15-point lead at halftime, and blew it, and ended up losing to Kansas, I think it was, in the national championship game. Came back that following season, preseason number 1. Didn't deliver nothing that year. Just tumbled. Came back year 3. I think year 3 we were one of the first 4 play-ins or something like that. Then we made it this year to the tournament, only to be bounced in the first round after having a 19-point lead. And so here we are. Hubert Davis out at North Carolina. So who do we turn to next? North Carolina normally would like to go to the coaching tree, the coaching family, that Tar Heel family coaching tree. Only problem is there's really no one left. There's Wes Miller, who probably ain't. He's done a good job as coaching, but that's probably not who they're looking for. They need a name who can get some recruits in. And then I've heard talk of Kenny Smith, which Kenny Smith could probably do a good job recruiting just off his name alone. But Kenny Smith is not a basketball coach. He's a basketball analyst on TV. And I don't think Kenny Smith has any notion I don't think Kenny really wants to coach. Now, other names that I've heard out there outside of the Carolina coaching tree have been Brad Stevens, who is, I think, in the front office in Boston. There's Billy Donovan, who is the coach of the Chicago Bulls, I think, right now. Out of those two, I think Billy Donovan would be the best choice. But I'm going to give you 2 choices who I think would be good choices. And these 2 coaches are in college basketball right now. One of these guys is actually still coaching in the tournament. I'm not sure about the other. But it's going to cost some money to get them, which Carolina has the money. And it's going to have to be a situation where these 2 coaches, well, one of these 2 coaches, well, really with all these coaches, they're going to have to take on the challenge of being the head coach of North Carolina, because that seat is always going to be hot unless you win. My first choice, Rick Pitino, who is the head coach at St. John's. Rick Pitino is in the 3rd year, I think, of his contract. His first season at St. John's, he went 20-13. Second season went 31-5. And then this year he went 30-6. So he's made a difference at St. John's immediately. And I think St. John's even won the Big East tournament this year. Not sure, but I think they did. And, of course, St. John's is still in the tournament. Problem with Coach Pitino is 73, and he may or may not want to pick up and move to Chapel Hill. It would certainly be a bigger brand than St. John's, but Coach Pitino is, we remember him from his days at Kentucky. But Coach Pitino is, he's kind of that New York guy. He may be comfortable where he is. I think he would make a great choice. He definitely would bring in some recruits. His name alone is going to bring in some people to the table, and we may be able to get some good recruits. That's been the problem with North Carolina is the recruiting. We haven't been able to get a lot of great recruits to come in, stay, and develop the game. We'll get some recruits in, they have a good season, then they leave. And that's been the problem. Now, is that due to coaching? We'll never know. But we all was rooting for Hubert Davis, but it just didn't happen. So, as I said, Rick Pitino, that's one choice. The other choice, John Calipari, who is at Arkansas. John Calipari is doing pretty good at Arkansas. I think he is also in year 3 of his contract. I'm not sure. Let's see if I can bring this up here. Yes. And Calipari also coached at Kentucky for many years. Many great seasons at Kentucky. Also had some bad seasons. He's in his second season at Arkansas. His first season, he was 22-14. This season, he's 28-8. Now, Calipari is 67, I think. So he's the younger of the two. He most definitely would be, I think he would be up to the challenge more than Pitino. Calipari, as you know, has the name. He can get some recruits there. NIL-wise, money-wise, Carolina's going to have the money to buy him out of that contract and get some recruits there, just as we would with St. John's and Calipari. It's still a matter of, do these guys want to make that change? Because they know you come to Carolina, that spotlight is on you. And that's not saying that they don't have a spotlight on them at St. John's or Arkansas, but that spotlight in Carolina is way, 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 way brighter. Especially when you got Duke 8 miles down the road. Also, that Duke rivalry may be a drawing point for these coaches. Just for them to say that they've been a part of the absolute greatest rivalry in college sports, Duke-Carolina basketball. And I'm pretty sure that Rick Pitino and John Calipari both want to stick it to Duke as much as everybody wants to stick it to Duke, because none of us likes Duke. But anyway, getting back to my point. John Calipari, in my opinion, would be the better choice of the two. I think he's more, we probably have a better shot at getting John Calipari than we do Pitino. But we shall see. So that's my time, man. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in, Talking Sports with Big L, of course. Again, I am your host, the one and only Big L. Do me a huge favor. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and also go in the comments and let me know who you would like to see as the new head coach at North Carolina. And let's be respectful. Duke fans, this ain't for you. Stay out. Mind your business. All right, that's my time. I'm out, y'all.